What's up everybody, and welcome to another video here on Cloak Reaper Games. Today I'll be sharing a bunch of information, tips, and things you should know before playing The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. If I had known all these things before playing, it would have made things a lot smoother. But without any more delay, let's get to it. What you want to pick up and what you should leave behind can be difficult to know in almost any game, but in a game like this where resources become less plentiful every day and you have a small inventory, you need to know what's most useful. You're always going to want to pay attention to what you need the most before you go out to an area. Materials you need to upgrade your stations mostly, but also to make your weapons. One thing you'll need a lot of, but almost never have enough of, is wood scraps. Items that give you a large amount of wood scraps when you recycle are high priority, mostly for upgrading stations, and you'll need a ton of it. For wood scraps you want to pick up all chopped firewood, picture frames, clocks, and skulls. Pick up clocks if you have free space, because they only give you 1 or 2 scraps. The next high priority is protein. You need a ton of protein. You need this both to keep making food and upgrade the survivalist station. I was stuck on an upgrade that needed 30 protein forever because I was stuck in a cycle of making food to refill my stamina and not being able to find enough food out in the world to recycle for enough protein to upgrade. For this, you want to be grabbing really anything with protein, but mostly candy bars, canned sardines, canned vegetables, anything canned. Grab them as much as you can. The next thing you'll need a lot of is sharp objects. You need these for both station upgrades and weapon crafting. A lot of them. Your main source in this is going to be razor blades that you'll find all over the place, and other things like candlesticks that'll give you both a lot of sharp objects, but they give you workable metal too. You'll need a good amount of workable metal as well, and that comes from basically anything that's metal. The last thing you need to make sure you grab all of is lighters. Grab all the lighters. They break down into multiple valuable resources, and as long as you're picking up all the lighters, you won't even have to worry about picking up other things for antiseptics and adhesives, because you'll get plenty of that from the lighters. Number 2. Days and resources. Every time you go to sleep, a day passes, and the world is scavenged a bit more by the survivors still rummaging around. This means when you go out the next time, you may find there aren't very many items around to pick up in the entire area. This means you really need to make the most of every day. Try to fill your backpack completely every time you go out with the items that'll be most useful to you. So stay out until the bells are about to ring. Get everything you can while you're trying to complete at least one objective per day. This won't be that noticeable for a while, but around day 10 or so, the world will become so barren and eventually really becomes a serious survival game. You always want to craft your own guns. The same goes for melee weapons, but not as severely here. Just recycle any guns you pick up in the world. They can only fire a few shots before they break, and you should only really be using guns either as a last resort or against humans. You don't want your weapon to break unexpectedly when being surrounded by walkers or fighting a group of humans. Crafted guns actually last quite a while, and you don't have to worry about them too much. I used the default 30 cal revolver for almost the entire game. The shotgun can be helpful with humans sometimes, but for the most part you don't need much more than to craft that revolver every now and again. I would recommend keeping a shotgun in the large slot of your backpack though to grab quickly in case of humans with helmets. Knowing what to upgrade first and what will be most useful to you in a game from the get-go can make all the difference. First off, keep in mind that most of the time, each station will require a different material to upgrade than the others, so you can often upgrade more than one station at a time. But the first thing you should unlock is the sterile bandage at the survivalist station. This bandage heals you for twice the amount of a normal dirty bandage, and then work your way up to the herbal medicine and restorative bandage, which together will heal all health damage. At the same time, you should be working on upgrading a ton from the gear station. Every upgrade here is really helpful. Custom footwear is the first. This makes sprinting quieter and costs 25% less stamina. Then you unlock the crafting recipe for the Bayou Slugger, a baseball bat with nails in it, and just a lot more helpful stuff. But what you're really working towards is the Deep Pockets upgrade. This adds 9 more small slots to your backpack and 1 large one, so you can scavenge a lot more before returning to your base. This upgrade is essential. From there on, just keep upgrading everything. Starting with health, you're always sick in this game. Being sick causes your maximum health to be decreased. You heal yourself by using bandages you pick up and craft in the game, however they only refill your health. They do not take your maximum health bar all the way back up. There are a couple ways to increase your health bar back to max. One is small green medicine bottles you find throughout the game, though these are in short supply and they only increase your bar by about 15%. What you really want to do is upgrade your survivalist station to unlock herbal medicine. It automatically maxes out your health bar completely. I didn't unlock it until I was nearly done with the game, and due to the low supply of medicine bottles, I spent almost the whole game with half health or less. I almost never had full health. Stamina, on the other hand, is used by basically doing anything. Attacking, holding a zombie, sprinting, climbing, everything, so you're going to want to keep your stamina bar maxed out as much as possible. Food increases your stamina bar, but any food you find in the world will decrease your max health when you eat it, and only give a minimal boost to your bar. Luckily, Nutria Stew is already unlocked in the survivalist station from the get-go. This food increases your stamina bar by 30% for every one you eat and does not decrease your maximum health. This needs to be something you have on you at all times. I didn't know this for a while, and it really would have made a world of difference from the start. I recommend making sure you have 2 of these on you in your inventory before you set out to any area. Use your notebook. As far as I remember, they don't give much detail about all the extra tabs in your notebook in the tutorial of the game. First off, it has a map that you're going to want to make use of. Also, the tab with your current objective and task. Super helpful to know what that is, right? Then there's the File tab. This keeps track of all the recipes, codes, photos, and such for you to go back to when you need to see things like a safe combination you found a while ago. I didn't know about any of this for the first hour I was playing or so. Things became much easier and more clear when I noticed those tabs. It may seem obvious what you should do to accomplish this, but you actually might not realize it until after you've run into it. These traps both hurt you and alert enemies. To disarm them, all you have to do is get close and grab the cans. Be careful when you place them down though. If they make a sound, they'll alert anyone around. Once the cans are off, use your flashlight to snap the wire and you're good to go. For our last one, saving and loading. Saints&S makes a new save file every time you enter an area, and each file stays there as long as you don't delete that playthrough. This means if you make a mistake or die and can't get your items or anything goes wrong, you can reload the save from when you got off the skiff in the beginning of that area. This can save you a world of hurt, but keep in mind you sacrifice all the progress you made in that run to start over and fix what went wrong. So if you complete an objective and die and lose your stuff, then reload. You can keep what you started with, but you'll have to complete that main objective all over again. That's all I have for today. If I had known all these things when I started Saints&S, I would have had a much smoother time. Figuring out about the map or objective tab and stamina and how to max my health bar again, etc. really made a difference, so I hope this does the same for you and at least helped or prepared you a little bit for the world of Saints&S. It's an awesome game. I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. Please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.